Good evening, and welcome to A Grieving Mother's Journey, Leakland, where we air every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with open mic every third Sunday from 6:20 to 6:50 p.m. We bring grieving mothers together to share, trust, and bond with one another, and to spread awareness of the pain that is caused when others choose to take a life by violence, and the various struggles we face on a daily basis just to make it through the day. I hope that this will make those that are on that horrible path think twice and turn their lives around. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 38. We are back and we're setting it off with open mic. And I cannot believe this the whole time. Dog was completely quiet and now she's acting a fool. I'm so sorry, y'all. Moody and Deborah, yes, I see y'all down there. Let y'all know. We do have a co-host tonight. Moody is back and he's with us tonight. So there's going to be a couple of announcements that'll be made. We're going to go through a couple of things. Moody, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring you up on the stage. Hello.
Everybody. What's going on?
Hi there. Thank you for being the co-host this evening. Our first time back in 2 months.
Yeah, it's been a little break.
Yeah. A needed break. Yes, yeah. But we're back, everybody. Glad to see everybody here. We're glad that you joined us. Deborah, I'm going to bring you up in just a couple of minutes. I see you, girl.
I miss Deborah.
All right. So I'm going to just start off with a couple of announcements. A Grieving Mother's Journey will be back doing the podcast, but this time it's going to be maybe 1 to 2 times per month versus the once every week. It may increase later on. But for now, for my mental state, 1 to 2 is good. But you guys, you have my number. It's scrolling at the bottom. If you ever need me, go ahead and just give me a call. I'm always going to be available. The other announcement I had is if you're looking to share your story, please DM me, or you can send me an email. Again, that email is scrolling at the bottom. It's AGMJ, don't forget the dot, 51522@gmail.com. And if you ever kind of forget it, just remember the AGMJ stands for A Grieving Mother's Journey, dot, and then the 51522 is the day that my son gained his wings, May 15th, 2022, and the most popular Gmail. So if you forget it, that's how you can remember it. I do want to give a big welcome to our new members of our group. It is a private group. So if those of you that are listening are not a part of the group yet, go ahead and just send a request. You have to have lost someone. Of course, the group was originally made to honor my son who was taken by homicide. But I understand, grief is grief, right? We all grieve, whether it's been a son, a daughter, a cousin, a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, a mom, or dad. So basically I'm here for everybody, even though the group is geared toward homicide. So come on in. We'd love to have you. We are a huge family. We all know what you're going through and we are there for you, and that's what matters.
We all go through this roller coaster at the same time, on the same train, and on the same.
Yes, Lord. Roller coaster ride. I'm just a little over 3 years in, and I'm still on that roller coaster. Don't know if I'm ever going to get off, but I build strength as each day passes, and I'm thankful that the Lord and Malik dropped this in my lap to do this, because somebody out there is going to benefit from this. I don't know how many.
They already have.
Yeah. So that's the goal.
Some good members in this group.
Yes. Yes, I have fabulous members in our group. I love y'all. So the other thing I wanted to announce was I did, for those of you that have been keeping up with my personal page as well as the Grieving Mothers page. I did attend an event. It happens yearly. Shout out to Chastity, um, who puts this whole thing together every year. Stop the violence. It's a lot of work, a lot of work. But this year I was able to actually put up a tent and be there. So hold on one
Yeah, and
second.
that actually turned out pretty good too, y'all. We did really good this year. It was better this time. Like she said, it's been up for like a couple of years now, and
Eight
this is my
years.
mom. This is your second time.
Second, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first year I went there was the first year that I lost Malik. So I was a total mess.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it was, I was stronger this year, but as each year passes, I gain a little bit more strength, but it's just that pain never goes away.
Yeah.
I just learn a little bit more on how to navigate through it each year.
Or the area, yeah.
Yeah. So keep in mind, Stop the Violence happens every year. Keep a lookout. It's for a great cause. And if you want to donate or if you want to help out, if speakers, that's so important. I mean, the event itself is to stop the violence. Speakers are very important. So just reach out. For those of you that are on my personal page, you can look up Chastity from there. If you're in the group, I can provide you that information for that. Um, and speaking of the event, gosh, I connected with so many beautiful people, four to be exact.
Mhm.
It was awesome, but there was one that stuck out to me. Reverend Dr. Di. Um, she has a book out. I'm gonna put that in the comments, the link in the comments. There's a book on her on Amazon, and it's called "I've Never Known a Mother's Love." Check it out.
Yeah,
She
go
also
read
has,
that book, y'all. I was hearing all
yeah,
about that book at that festival.
yeah, and I still need to read it. I'm sorry, I've been a little bit busy. Got a lot of medical things going on, but I'm gonna get to it, Dr. Di. If you're listening, I got you.
Mhm.
I got you.
Uh-huh.
Um, she also has a podcast. I will put that link in the comments as well. Check her out. Um, but yeah, there was quite a few people that I connected with, and it was beautiful. I gave some candles away with a very calming scent and a pamphlet. Now, if there's anyone out there, especially in the group, and you're looking for, grief specialists, therapy, counseling, anything to do with victim services, let me know. I'll make sure you get that packet so that you can reach out. Um, the next announcement, I think the last announcement, let me look and see. Yeah, the last announcement I have is so one of our own very group members, Jackie, her and Shauna has pulled together and they also have a podcast. It's called Unspoken Breaking the Silence. It's about grief and, of course, child loss through homicide. It's called the Jackie and Shauna Show. It's on WHGE 95.3. Now that I believe is in the Delaware area, but they do go live. You can check it out. I usually post them on our Grieving Mothers page. Now remember, there's two. There's the regular Grieving Mothers page where anybody can go to. Then there's our private group in there.
Mhm.
So I
And
posted
we
on
also got the
both.
siblings group too, right, Ma?
I'm sorry.
We got the siblings group too, right? Or is that the same one you talking about?
So yeah, I created a chat for that when I first
Yeah.
started for the siblings to kind of get together. Hasn't really been successful, but it's still there. If there's any siblings out there, initially when I first started, I covered the siblings, dads, and of course grieving mothers.
Hmm.
I originated all of that
Hmm.
because they matter. Dads matter, siblings matter, right?
Everybody.
And of course, mom, everybody matters.
Hmm.
So if you are listening and you're in our group and you have a sibling that's having a hard time or just wants to connect with another sibling, because even though we're all grieving, there are levels. And that's not a form of disrespect, but there's levels.
Yeah.
From mom and dad and siblings and so forth and so on. There's levels. But just as a younger child would not understand the grief of a mom, well,
Siblings
moms
can
and
relate to one
dads,
another.
that's right. We may not understand the grief of a sibling. So join it. It's there for you. Connect with other siblings, come together, talk with one another. There's, a better understanding there. But again, it's there for you. So take advantage of it, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, let's see. And that was it. Oh, so as far as the Jackie and Shauna show, they do air their podcast every Monday from 5 to 6. So now you've got two. You've got a Sunday and you've got a Monday. Feel free to kick in, join in, listen, get some advice, and go ahead and share if you'd like to share. The next thing I want to touch on before we get moving is, gosh, I've been seeing so much. Yes, I've been out of the loop with the podcast lately, but I'm still there. I'm still looking. I'm still viewing, and there's a lot of people that need prayer right now. I did want to point out one. Our sister, Deborah Tefteller. Her
Mm.
daughter-in-law's niece was in a car accident and obtained a concussion and a small brain bleed.
Mm.
I'm not sure how she's doing right now, but if you all could please pull together, send prayers out for that little girl, for a quick recovery and healing. Um, Another one is our sister Tahita Washington. She recently lost her son's father. Now, for those of you that do know, she lost her son years ago to fentanyl. And apparently, the dad he didn't seek any type of counseling or help. And he passed away. I believe it was from broken heart syndrome.
I was gonna say, isn't that the same one? Yeah.
It's the same thing. You don't seek it. Yeah. So again, I did do an episode on that. Y'all go to YouTube and check that out. I had a cardiologist on deck and we talked about that. We covered that. And I just want y'all to know that broken heart syndrome,
It's
listen,
real.
it's real. It's not a myth. It's real. Do your research. It's basically, when your heart is that there's a, and don't quote me, but there's your heart turns into the shape of an item that's used by, I believe, it's the Japanese, to capture octopus, and that's what your heart looks like when you're going through broken heart syndrome.
I missed that
Um,
one.
yeah, it's on there. You can go look at it. It's there. It
Mhm.
explains all of it. But that's how they came up with that. The cardiologist actually spoke about a very close, I believe, family member who went through that and actually had to have, I believe it was a heart transplant. So listen, y'all, it's real. It does affect everybody, but it affects women more. And I think if I can remember, I think it was about 80%. That's a high percentage. So I need y'all moms out there to take care of yourself,
Mhm.
um, because it's real. And you can die from it. That's the thing, but it can be fixed if you catch it. It doesn't always include a heart transplant, but you can die from it. So take care of yourself, okay? Um, the other prayer request is our sister, also in our group, Stacy Carter. She lost three sons, guys, three.
Mhm.
One by the hands of another, which of course is homicide. So keep her in prayer, keep her lifted up, because those of us that have lost one know how traumatic and excruciating that is. Imagine losing three. No matter how they're lost, losing a child, period, is horrific. So let's keep her in prayer. Keep my family in prayer, please. We've been going at this for 3 years now. Um, we had a sentencing for the last one. Was it this month, Moody, or
It
last
was,
month?
yeah, it was not, was it this last Friday?
No, it's been a couple of weeks now, maybe 2 or 3
Because then
weeks.
it was Friday before
But
then.
it's been recent and it's been continued again. I believe this marks the fourth time that it's
Hmm.
been continued. So, just keep us in prayer. And not just for the sentencing, but, we're still going through it.
Yeah, our
You know,
mental state.
yeah, yeah, we get stronger each day, but we all know anyone that's lost a child that never, ever, ever goes away. We just kind of learn to navigate through it. So keep us in prayer with that. Last but not least, a friend of mine um, passed away recently. I've actually had two people that I know that passed away within 3 days. But I want people to send, to pray for what is that background noise? Is that me?
It might be. No, it's nothing.
So, Erica Reed Johnson passed away recently, unexpectedly. She left behind a spouse and two young boys. So please keep your praise up for her. On my personal page, there is a GoFundMe. If you can spare anything, listen, we all know it's hard times for everybody. We get it.
Mhm.
But if you can't donate anything, like share it. Maybe somebody can. And these two young boys, they've lost their mom. And I remember doing another podcast where it was mentioned that there were two major effects. One, of course, the top one is a mom that loses a child, son or daughter, whatever.
Mhm.
But the second one, right below that, is a son that loses his mother. So we have to remember that these two boys have lost their mom, and it's difficult. They go through things. I mean, I remember going through that with my niece Kimmy, and her oldest son Adam. You guys might remember Adam, who was on when I did the tribute to my son. It's not a joke. It's painful, but it's hard to get through, and especially when something is unexpected, you didn't plan for it. So if you can give, please give whatever you can. I don't care if it's $5, but if you can't give that, listen, we understand, we get it. Share
Just
it
do support.
out there.
You
Yeah,
need,
it's
you
it's
need
on my
support.
page. It's on my page. Go ahead and look at it, donate it if you can. If not, share it. Okay. So let's just let's keep this all you know on our hearts with a prayer request. And I want to share something with everybody, but let me bring my girl Deborah up here.
Yeah, Miss Deborah.
Hey girl.
Hey,
Hello,
Miss Deborah.
everybody. Hello, Booty.
Hey,
How you
ma.
doing? How you doing?
Miss you, girl.
I missed you all.
Oh, I know.
Welcome back. Welcome back. The welcome back party.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's it. Welcome
listen,
back, party.
we are still coming to see you one way or the other. I cannot wait to meet you in person. This is going to be
Oh, I
so
know it.
awesome. So awesome.
But
I want to meet you and your family.
we're having a big event August 29th. Overdose
Oh,
awareness.
ooh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
that's right. Yeah.
That,
Yep.
that's a rough one, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because the sentencing that was supposed to happen last month, or maybe it was this month, has been continued to August 21st.
Oh,
Yeah, and then my son, my oldest son, Emilio, his birthday is the 30th. My son-in-law is the 31st. No, I'm sorry. I think his is the 28th. And then a friend of mine is the 31st. But I know you are on it. You do these things all the time. I'm going to do my very best to try to make it around that time. If not, Me and my kids, we're gonna be there for the next one.
And
For sure.
Yes, yes. I can't
we'll,
wait.
we'll get around to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, and in the meantime, look, we like this, right?
Yep.
I got
Exactly.
you, you got me, we still
Yep.
there. We're still
Yep.
there.
We're family. We got it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
indeed. Indeed. Tennessee, here we come.
I still can't believe she's in Tennessee.
Why is that, Moody?
I don't know. I've never been to Tennessee. I don't know anything about Tennessee, and I've never
Oh,
heard
it's
anything about Tennessee.
crazy
But
little
that's why
world
it's
down
probably
here.
more exciting for us.
that Deborah,
Yeah.
it's safe for us black folks, right?
It better be. It better be.
It will be. Ain't nobody messing with Miss Deborah.
Hell,
Nobody messing with Miss Deborah.
we got you.
You
We
just
got
don't. You just don't leave us at all times.
Yes.
Oh Lord, we've got so many marches down here, and I mean, to be honest, everybody's together. You know, black, white, red, green. I don't care.
Amen. The way it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
And you go a little further down south, I don't know what it is down there.
That's okay. We just come to see you. We're gonna be in
Yeah,
your
we gonna stay with Miss Deborah at all times.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's it. My niece, well, it's not my niece, it's my daughter-in-law's niece and her nephew and the nephew. They're 5 and 3 and everything. They're both doing great. They were both in the wreck.
Oh wow. So they're doing good.
Yep, they're doing good and everything. They was in the wreck with their daddy. He was, I don't know if he was drinking, if he was on something, or what it was, but it was like at 8:15 in the morning. Neither
Ooh.
one of the kids were in a car seat or buckled up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Yeah. And he tried to leave the scene and leave them kids there.
No.
Yeah, he's sitting in jail. He's under like a $60,000 bond. He ain't going nowhere. He
Well,
ain't
that's where
going
he needs
nowhere.
to be. That's
Yeah.
where he needs to be.
No, he needs to be under the jail.
Regardless, those kids should be in a car seat or buckled up.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
No matter
They
what.
need to be both. They need to be in both. They need to be in the car seat and buckled up.
Yep, exactly. And everything,
Lord.
but they're doing good. And
It's both of
everything.
y'all putting that in your mouth at the same time.
I know.
I see you
Look
over there smoking on something there, Moody. What you be smoking on?
Listen to the hookah.
A hookah.
It's a hookah vape, yeah.
Oh, okay. Lordy, I don't care for them vapes. I've
We
tried them.
always-
I've tried to vape to quit smoking. I don't know how many vapes I've bought. And just
Yeah,
turn around and give it away 2 days later.
Stressing,
Well,
grieving, and smoking.
I'm actually, I got more patches from my PCP. I'm really gonna try. It's so hard to quit, but
Yeah.
especially, I'm here and sometimes it's just like I'm by myself or whatever, and I'm like, I guess, an emotional smoker more than
Yeah.
anything.
Me. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try it. So y'all pray for me. I'm gonna try again. But
I say I
So-
sure smoke.
I do
Okay.
want to share something with all of the grieving moms, dads, or siblings or whatever that is listening. So when I went to the event, I did speak. I don't know if you guys saw the video. It was a little low, but I'm hoping you guys could hear it. But there was something that there was a Dr. Shanta Quillette running around on Facebook. And when I saw that, it was so on point on what grief does or what it is. There's many things out there about grief, but this one kind of it really made sense. It really hit home. So I'm just going to read it to you guys. It's a little bit watered down, and in my own words, but I'm sure you'll get the gist of it. But for those of you that didn't, see it, I'm going to tell you what she said grief is and how I feel it's on point. So she said, grief rewires your brain and wrecks your sleep.
Yep.
That part of that is so accurate.
Yep.
Because since my son's passing, like my whole brain has been rewired. I'm not the same that I used to be, right?
Right.
It wrecks your sleep. I can't tell you the last time I had a good night's sleep since my son has been gone. I don't sleep. Grief is not just sadness, it's confusion. How many of you out there listening know what I'm talking about? Give me an amen on that. The confusion is like out of this world.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's your body trying to figure out why your loved one is no longer here. I'm still trying to figure that out. I mean, granted, in the back of my head, I know he's not here, but why is he not here? Right?
Yeah.
And it, like she said, it's trying to figure out why your loved one is no longer here while your mind is screaming, he's gone. Right? Grief is love with no place to go. That's so accurate. It's like, it's kind of bouncing, right? The grief is bouncing off of everything. Grief is grieving that version of you that was alive when they existed. Now that right there hit home because I feel like I'm living a double life.
Right.
Like that life when he was here, I was so different, right? I was smiling all the time, even though he got on my nerves. I was smiling all the time because I felt blessed that when I came home from work, I would see his face, you know? And now there's the new me that I'm still trying to adjust to. Like it's just crazy. And the other thing is, people always say, you need to move on. Listen, we don't move on. We just move differently.
Yes. Yep.
Move differently.
Yep.
We're never gonna move on, right? Grief causes your cortisol to rise, your memory declines, and your immune system crashes. Again, I'm a testimony to that. My memory, sometimes I feel like a dummy. Like it's like I don't remember things, and it's like all the time. Yes. And my immune system from all of my whole health issue is just went from here all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
From being in ICU, from being hospitalized a couple of times, just everything else that's coming up. Prior to my son's death, I was fairly healthy. I can't tell you before that when I was hospitalized.
Mm-hmm.
And grief isn't weakness, it's the tax on love. It means that you had something real and something worth breaking for. Remember that. Grief doesn't play fair. We all know that, right? It'll hit you in your chest every day. Your schedule all the time. Your memory and your joy. The biggest thing, it takes your joy. It will have you questioning God, and it has, and it does, and reality. Last but not least, we're not healed from grief. We're just present. Now, I need to know how many of y'all felt that, know what I'm talking about.
Ma'am.
Amen. If you know what I'm talking about, I need to see a comment. I need you to call in. I need you to share what your grief has been about, how you've handled it, and how it's hit you. Like, it's crazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. You don't heal. You don't move on, and you don't heal.
You just
But
gotta learn how to like.
Absolutely.
You gotta
yeah,
learn how to continue. You gotta learn how to continue living while still
yep, in
maintaining the process.
a
Exactly.
different world. You
A
know.
whole different world, right? It's almost like you have two separate lives going on.
Yep,
Your old life and your new life.
yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Everything. But now my son, like his stepdad said, he ain't going nowhere. He told my other son the other night. He said Todd didn't go nowhere because Jason was saying looking up, and then he's looking down. And I said, no, just look up. And Leonard said, no, just look around the room
Hmm.
because he's here all the time.
All the time.
My son Jason swears. He said, I never believed in reincarnation until my daughter was born 2 years after my brother died. And he said, she came back in him and everything, just as a female, just to aggravate Jason. He says, he came back in her just to aggravate me.
Yeah, they come back with little tricks up their sleeves, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was a jokester. He was quite the jokester, but he has pulled the ultimate joke.
So, y'all, we got some comments going on here. Let me go
Lord,
ahead and
be
read.
aware.
Oh, there was something new in here. I forgot to turn that on, but there's a new thing where we can have the comments coming on screen. I forgot to do it this time, but I'll do it next time. So let's see. The first comment is Camille. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Moody. And then
What's up, brother?
my BFF, Joan O'Brien. Listen, when I tell you, this girl, she's my BFF for real.
They got like
We-
60-some years, y'all.
Man, look, don't say 60 something because I'm 62. We got a good 40. But this girl, even though she's up north and I'm here, we talk on the phone all the time. She checks on me all the time. Like, it's just, I just can't express. She knows the meaning of a BFF. And she will be my best friend forever. Ever. Ever. Listen,
Number one
I
thing.
used to say I could have my husband and her coming, in the house, and I could leave the house and my husband could be butt naked. I wouldn't worry about a damn thing.
There you go.
That's how much of a best friend she is.
Yep.
She says, love you guys. We love you too, Joan. Crystal. Oh, Quito. Should I say it? Should I say it?
Quito, if you don't, I will.
She says, hey, Mommy and Moody. Love you both. Mwah, we love you too. Then
Love
she
you
says,
too.
my prayer for quick recovery. Prayers for broken heart syndrome. Diamond, she says, overdose awareness. Yes. It was recently determined, that her mom, I did an episode on that, whether it was, foul play or not. And it's been determined that her mom did pass away from an overdose of fentanyl, Deborah. So I'm going to do an episode on that kind of to update on what really happened with that. But yeah, Deborah.
That's all.
Yeah. And not at her hands. We believe again that she didn't know, like so many others didn't even know it was laced with fentanyl.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So Crystal was like, Deborah, hey girl. And then Camille, Millie Mills says, Miss Deb, you are such a blessing to the overdose community. I really love seeing your posts and how your community comes together for these beautiful souls. I hope to make one day myself. Keep me forever 30. That was my niece, her sister, who passed away.
Okay.
No. And then yeah, and then Camille does say a permanent fog over your mind and heart. I couldn't put that any better.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
it's a permanent fog, and I'm foggy all the time. And it's just like even when I was working, it was rough because I knew I had to stay on top of my game, but that fog would hit and then I would feel incompetent, even though I know that I wasn't. But that grief, something
Yeah.
serious,
Yeah.
something serious.
But to me, a lot of moms will ask me or have asked me in the past, how do you do it?
Hmm.
You know, how do you not all the time and everything? And it's like I tell them, I grieve every day of my life.
Every day.
But I also chose to take that grief, the pain, and turn it into purpose.
Exactly.
Not to lay down in my bed and just curl up in a ball and everything. I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm
Keep
still
talking, Deborah. I'm coming. Hold on. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I'm still looking, at my second another son, that has stage three. Last we heard was stage three liver failure. I don't know if he's went to stage four yet or not. He lives with me. If I could get his butt to go to the doctor and get his levels tested, I would probably feel a lot better, knowing where
Yeah.
he and everything. But he tries to work, you know, every day and stuff.
It's hard.
Week.
Come on, say hi.
There's days and he can't, but he does try and everything. Uh, I told him, I can deal with that too. But
I can definitely testify to that. Miss Eureka!
doing it,
Hey, how you doing?
Eureka!
Oh, God.
we now
Sorry
can
about that.
okay,
Sorry
yeah.
about that. I had to
No,
go.
but
I
I can
had to
definitely
go.
testify to that though, Miss Deborah. I ain't gonna lie, I be struggling at work sometimes. I have my days like I have my good days, because I love what I do as far as working and stuff like that. But yeah, I have my moments where sometimes I might gotta like take a little break and go to the bathroom to get myself together or go outside. And sometimes I ain't even gonna lie, this might sound a little weird, but I am a chef, so I do work in the kitchen. But sometimes when I do have my episodes, I'll step in the freezer for a little bit just because I know I can close the door, be
Yep.
in a cool space, and it's like once you close the door, it's like pretty dark in there.
You say you were a chef?
Yeah, I'm a chef. Chef Mood RD.
I've got 19-year-old grandson. He went through culinary school. He got his certificate, and now my 17-year-old grandson, he will be graduating next month from culinary.
Oh wow.
And he'll be going back though. The 17-year-old will be going back in September to be an intern and everything. I reckon is what
And
it's called.
he's a culinary.
Yep, it's called University of Tennessee Culinary
Oh, all right, that's good. That's
thing.
one
So,
thing I can say. I've been a chef for about I want to say like 13 years now. But one thing I didn't go to school for culinary. I actually went to school for accounting. But
uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe between me being a fat boy and I don't know. I took to it. My first job was Popeyes as a cashier. And I think that's where it started and it took off.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I've been doing it since I've been a chef for over 13 years, and I can't say I've never had like a bad chef day. But with my brother passing, and some like when I have my moments, like sometimes I gotta go in the freezer, close the door, just cool off and take a little breather. Get my mind right. Sometimes I go to the bathroom, so I can close the stall, go in the stall, whatever, just get my mind space right. Because it'll be out of the blue. I'll be like dicing some onions or something, and then like out of the blue, I'll just like see his face in my head or something, or a picture. Like I'll think about a memory or something, and then I'm at work, so it's like, all right, you got to get together. You can't be doing this in front of food. You know what I mean? Or in front of people. So sometimes I gotta take that little break and like step off to the side by myself for a little bit and get myself together. So
Yeah,
I get where
it waves.
he's coming from.
It really does. It hits you in waves and everything. Whether you're a mom, a dad, or a sibling, it's
Mhm.
it hits you in waves.
Those waves are something serious, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I mean, still to this day, it's been 5 years, 5.5 years almost for me, and still this day, I can, if I throw something away of Todd's,
Mm.
it's like I'm throwing him.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I just break down, and it's could be nothing. It could be a old shirt that's got paint all over it, but I can see him in it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it hits you in waves.
How's your other son doing?
Casey's doing. I mean, he's working. He tries
Okay.
to work every day.
Okay.
He does miss days, from just being sick.
Right.
See, uh, he was swollen a couple of days ago and everything. And I told him, asked Casey, "Why are you so swollen?" Uh, because I'm out of my water pills. Why are you
Mm.
out of your water pills? He said, because I didn't have the money to get them at the time.
Mm. Mm.
I'm your mom. You know,
Right.
let me
Pick
know.
up the phone. Pick up the
Yeah.
phone.
Well, he lives right here with me. all, he, all he's got to do is come in the bedroom and say, "Mom, can I borrow something to get, or just can you get me, my meds and everything?" But he's a little stubborn and everything, but that's okay. He's mine.
I was gonna say that's your son.
Yeah, he
That's
comes
your
by.
son.
Trust me. It's my fault. I pushed. Okay. That's what I always say. I pushed. It's my fault.
So there's something else I wanted to bring to the attention. So I've been seeing, especially on our group page, a lot of injustice. Not just the group page, but the other page that's open for everybody. So much injustice. So I kind of wanted to get um, some feedback from my listeners. I was considering doing something along the lines where basically we can expose the injustice. There's so many members in our group where, like, of course our family, we receive the justice. Now we know justice is not the end all be all, right?
Right.
Because they're still not here, right?
Yeah.
But it helps a little bit. But there's so many of our members that I've seen where either they're still waiting or nothing's happening or nothing's going to happen and things were a little bit crazy, right? So I was thinking about maybe doing something on that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we should.
Good.
I ain't gonna lie, cause like especially like for me personally, when I hear justice, like I not when I think about this kind of stuff, I always think about the lead case for us because I love the fact, you know what I mean, that we need Malik to get justice. But I have my moments where it's like, yeah, I know he's gonna get his justice and we all want his justice. But for me it's like it's it's like a legal confirmation to me. That's for me it's like, yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? I wanna see them get, their legal punishment and all of that. But when I go through my stages and I have my hurt and
Mm-hmm.
I think about our case for legal and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm glad we got the legal part out the way, but I don't know. It's just like I guess I just get so angry or so emotional about it. I get upset.
And as we all do, and rightfully so,
Yeah,
we kind of, sometimes it's like, I'd like to see what happened to Malik happen to them. But then I have to come back to reality and say, the Lord's going to handle that. They're going to get their justice or their
That's what I
payback 7 times more than what they gave Malik. So it's going to be
yeah
great, but I don't know if you know, Deborah, or my listeners know. So the adult that actually orchestrated this whole thing had the nerve to file an appeal.
Oh yeah.
Boy, bye.
Uh-huh.
You were already granted leniency because you didn't get the total maximum that you should have. You actually should have got the death penalty. However, we all know the Commonwealth, we don't do the death penalty. You should have got life in prison with no chance of parole. However, the amount of time that he did get is basically life. And for murder, you don't get parole. You just don't get it, especially for first degree murder. But it's almost like you're gonna sit there in jail for the rest of your life, but you're gonna be fed 3 times a day off of my tax dollars.
Exactly.
You have a bed to sleep in. You're gonna be able to play basketball. You're gonna be able to even have a job, making pennies, but you got a job. You get 3 meals a day. So things like that is kind of like, how is that justice when you even get health care?
yeah
When people out here struggling and paying hundreds of dollars a paycheck for health care and you get that shit for free.
Yep.
Who does that?
Yep. That's not justice. But
Right.
they will get their just dues when they go.
I know that's right.
And
I know
everything.
that's right.
We've got let's see, I'm trying to figure out how it's a Shannon Christian and can't remember his name. Case here. It's been going for years and years, but these 4 men and a woman brutally murdered this couple. They carjacked them and then brutally murdered them. And when I say brutally, I mean brutally.
Ugh.
These 4 men, I keep seeing them in. We have a 24-hour arrest list here in Knox County, and I keep seeing them on there where they are appealing, to be resentenced and everything. One of them got, I think only one of them got the death row, and the others got life and stuff. Some of them got maybe another one got 2 life sentences or something like that. But it's unreal. I mean, to put these families back through that shit, it's stupid. And it's been going back and forth, I know, for 14 years, something like that.
Dang.
What?
that's
No,
a long time.
get back since
That's too long.
2007. Since 2007, because my mother was still alive, so it's been going on since 2007,
That's ridiculous.
and they just keep putting these families, his family and her family, through this stuff.
Do this all this time. That's ridiculous.
Give it up, You done the crime, do the damn time.
Time, exactly.
And everything. I mean, it's a wonder any of those even made it to the jail. I mean, seriously.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. Like, if you can make it through there, okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But I wanna we have like 10 minutes left. If there's anybody listening and you want to call in, please call in and support us. 571-409-3400. Either give kudos to us, send your prayers. If you have anything you want to share, and it doesn't have. This is open mic, so you can share whatever you want. Hey, did you have a hell of a day today? Was your day great? Did you get some justice? Anything.
You can even call just an open mic and spit some lyrics about a song if you wanted
Okay,
to.
we'll take that too. Yeah. Yes. Come on now. Give us a call.
Or you could just call
got
and
10
hit us with 23 years is
all they gave you. What you know about that, though?
Reef. That's what we do about that.
Yeah.
All right, listeners, where you at? I don't hear no phones ringing.
Yeah, I don't either. And where's the big KP, not little KP?
Well, that's why she's not the big KB. She's not hosting. Therefore, not Colin, not Camilton. Therefore, not the big KB.
All right, guys. Well, it's 6:50. I guess we're not going to get any calls today. That's okay. But we are going to go ahead and just call it a night.
Wait.
And,
So before you do,
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
So before we do shut off, when my mom was talking about the group for the siblings and stuff, those of y'all that are out there listening, I can say that I honestly, I've never really like attended the group or tapped into the group.
Shame on you.
No, but I'm about to say why. And the reason why I'm about to say why is because I feel like this is probably why we don't have a lot of people in the group. Because I feel like as siblings, it's like we gotta kind of like take our time more to deal with it. Because for us, we kind of feel like we gotta. I'm not gonna say for us because everybody probably feels like they have to juggle, worried about everybody's feelings, and we have.
But it's just for y'all. Like,
yeah,
none of us
and
moms,
I can't say
none of us are in there.
I can't say this is that like when I do have my moments or whatever, and it gets if I feel like it gets like real bad and I gotta say something, I will call KK. I'll call the big KP, or I'll text her so that way I can get her to like, because when I have my moments, I'm already in a drastic state. If that makes sense, like I'm already like crying and can't catch my breath, or I'm already like in my mind like I'm about to crash out. And it does. I've learned that when I do go through that, I call my sister. It helps. So I mean, even though I'm not a member of the group and I haven't partaken into the group, I can say that even if you don't feel like you're ready yet, at least try to like think about going to your siblings because, like my mom said, sometimes we have that connection where we feel like we can understand each other more.
Yes.
Or hear us out more, so that way when we are venting about whatever we want to, the other sibling, we know the other sibling's gonna listen and not judge or not, like bash you out, make you feel bad about yourself. I've honestly witnessed that with my older sister, like the times that I am already in that drastic state, and I do call her. I ain't gonna lie, like I'll call her already crying, when I can't breathe, but then by the time I hang up, it's like, damn, I feel better. So then it makes me think like, well, damn, what are you crying for in the first place, or something like that. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's like my mom was saying, the connection is different for us. So I do think that the siblings group does need to be utilized more. Even if you're not ready to join the actual group yet, just start taking the action, partaking into going to your siblings. And I also do want to say that there are some of y'all out there that don't have siblings. Or if you don't have a sibling and you did, but your sibling was the one that passed and that was the only one you had, you don't have any more siblings left to go to. That's what this group is for. So,
it's just something for just you guys. Now, of course, I created it, but I'm not in there because this is your space. Because only siblings can relate to siblings.
Yeah.
And you're there to talk with one another. And just kind of help each other get through things, just like I have other moms that help me, and of course my children, but so take advantage of it. It's there. It hasn't gone away.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's not some of your tax dollars are going to. It's not your tax dollars. This is not.
And Deborah, I do know that we had talked about doing you wanted to come on and do an episode. Was it with your nephew?
On the mental health?
Yes.
That's my grandson.
Okay, so hit me up when we're done, so we can coordinate it maybe for the next episode. I would love to do that if you're still up for it or if he's still up for it.
I'm for it. You know what? We'll walk in here and just ask him if he's still up for it.
Okay. No worries. If not, we can get together. We'll come up with something.
Oh, hey, Jalen.
Yeah.
Are you still up for doing a mental health episode on I keep looking for you over there on the podcast? Sure. I want you to meet somebody. I mean, you don't got to do it right now. This is my grandson. This is Jalen.
Hello. How are you?
How you doing?
That's my head right there.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well,
We waiting on you. We waiting on you, man. Bring us the episode with all the emotions and all the feelings that you feel deep down in this here area. Bring it on. We need to hear it.
All right, so Deborah, hit me up then. We'll get it coordinated. I'm going to be doing like 1 to 2 per month versus every week, so we can coordinate that for next month.
Okay.
I have
Then.
a couple of procedures coming up in July. It's going to be really busy for me, but we'll work around it.
Well, you take care of your health.
I'm working
Say
on it.
it
I'm
again, Miss
trying.
Deborah. Say
I'm
it
trying, but
again.
every time though, it's like I think I'm doing the right thing, and something else hits me in the face.
Of course,
Like
I told
I gotta have a bone marrow biopsy done. So yeah,
Get her,
that's the kind of
get her,
shit
Miss
I'm
Deborah.
facing.
Get her, Miss Deborah.
Shut up, booty.
Get her. You better
I'll talk
get
to
her.
you about it offline.
you close to the headlock.
Yeah. And don't make sure it's secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, Moody. Well, we'll talk offline about that. But KK does say, "Love you, Moody baby."
Ah, you're
And-
like, love you too.
Yeah, she said I'm late. Was driving to get your nana baby. Yeah, Braden comes home today, so. But
Praise
all
God.
right, and he's back. All right, you guys. Well, I love y'all so much. Thank you for participating and joining and supporting. I appreciate you. I'm gonna call it a night. Deborah, hit me up. We'll get together and get that scheduled for next month. Love you, girl.
Love you too.
Bye, Miss Deborah.
Thank you, Moody, for co-hosting.
Anytime.
All right, we love you all. I'll announce when the next episode is.
Okay,
All
there.
right.
All
Love
right.
you, Mama.
I love y'all.
Love y'all.
All right.
Love y'all.
Well, lovely people, we are signing off. I hope you enjoyed our episode this week. Be sure to tune in next Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And remember, no matter how old or how young, our children will forever be our babies. We just have one with wings. Be gentle with yourself and take all the time you need to heal. Thanks for joining. Good night.